Hey guys, quick video about making repeated patterns in your relationships. It's definitely something that happens where we really repeat patterns over and over. And if you think about it, you might be repeating patterns that have happened in your early childhood that you saw your parents go through, that you've been through yourself, that you assimilated in a relationship between you and your parent, where maybe you went through a trauma when you were a kid, and it doesn't take too much to go through a trauma when you're a kid, because everything is new and changing, that you don't see it for what it is. It's almost like fantasy, where you don't see the truth yet because you're still developing as a child. So really any kind of event where you feel unsafe, confused, stuck as a child, and you don't get that reinforcement of goodness, of safety, you may end up with that trauma. And what happens is later on, it's like post-traumatic stress syndrome that we know a lot of, like veterans get and people who've gone to war get. But also it can happen in relationships. If you've had that trauma when you were younger, you can actually be repeating that trauma for yourself as an older person in relationships, thinking that, you know, things are happening again to you, and therefore we react the same as we did when we were younger. If this sounds like something you identify with or something that could be possible for you, reach out, because there's work to be done. There's work that you can do to help you get through this so that patterns don't keep repeating themselves, so you don't keep submitting yourself to this trauma over and over, or just think that you're weak or crazy or insane, or that you like getting hurt. And I mean, from an early age, you might have assimilated pain with love. You know, that's possible. It's possible that you know, this is the other thing, that when you're a kid and you go through this trauma, it's just not just mental, it's also chemically in your body. We have the limbic system, we have that memorizes things about our stress and things that we go through, and therefore something gets activated in us that stays within us as well. And that's why a lot of times energy work helps too, and working through the feelings, not just intellectually with knowing that you have issues, but working through these things to get to know yourself better. All right, I love making these videos for you guys, and reach out. You know, you don't need to feel this way anymore in your relationships. You don't need to go through the same thing again and again in your relationships. Reach out to someone and get support. You're not alone. All right, love you guys.